My hair is doing a thing that...
So, sorry.
Does. Ooh, boy.
Sorry, ladies, if I look like a fat fuck without my glasses and everything. Like, I'm sorry. I apologize. But don't worry. These guns are still non-existent.
Don't worry. This does nothing for you either. So you have plenty of places to pick from. You see that cut right there? Yeah. I cut myself just to make it look like a muscle.
I sliced my arm open, cut the fat away, so it looks semi-useful now.
So the funny is like you couldn't grow muscle there because of that.
I stopped my own muscle growth.
No! Just that one arm. And then you get that really fun question: why is one arm bigger than the other?
Porn? Which one would you better?
Porn or I cut out.
I masturbated too much, or I actually tried surgery on my arm.
That's giving yourself too much credit. Okay.
Pretty sure I would rather just be labeled like a heavy porn addict.
Alrighty. None of this is making it in, by the way.
Oh, it's all.
None of it's making it in. Hey guys, welcome to Nerds and Nuance. I thought you were trying to knuckle bone.
No.
Okay. Well, alright.
I was observing my forearms.
We're back for more Young Justice. Sorry.
Wait, I'm Gravy Train. You didn't even ask me for my name.
I never asked you for your name. I just wait, and you took forever, so I just keep going. Anyway, I just want to apologize for the lateness of the last episode for Patreon anyway. And YouTube, I guess, in that regard as well. Yeah, YouTube has to wait. For that, since luckily it's only a week ahead for this show, we'll release an extra episode that's already probably been done by this point. Anyway, we just haven't had a lot of time to record. Jacob, unfortunately, our schedules don't mesh too well all the time. But last episode, Jacob.
No. Yeah, there's been so much going on that I literally
His ADHD doesn't allow him to do both at the same time at moments. Real quick, also want to point out Jacob doesn't have his glasses as you've seen. He kind of needs them
if I don't pick up on the minor details, forgive me.
That's why. Last episode.
What character is that?
Oh, Superman's back? That's Nightwing, Jacob.
That'd be awful.
But no, last episode, people were taken. Was it Blue Beetle, Bart, and Beast Boy?
Yep.
So, and also, minor thing, Mount Justice is now gone.
Yeah, minor clause.
Yeah, Mount Justice
Part
is
of
gone.
the prophecy has been fulfilled. Bart hasn't said anything about it.
True. Because, time. You don't know what you... Jacob, you have music in your ear right now.
Oh. That's the level of ADHD that I have, if anyone wanted to know.
Super zoned out.
I didn't even know.
Not even.
There was nothing happening.
What's worse, I heard it, I'm like, I also wasn't, saying anything. So, yeah, anyway.
Can't explain.
Yeah, but Calder, he went there to pass down the information of where Lagan is and how to track them, and to get also, in considering the others were kidnapped, to get the others back as well. So, he's in with the light.
Yeah, that's a thing, and our boy Speedy is getting antsy.
Well, we didn't see that.
No, he's getting antsy.
Okay.
He said that in the last episode.
Not last. What? Yeah, you're right. I guess last episode.
He
last
was
episode.
He was like,
episode before last.
Nightwing. All of this is happening, and it's just getting worse. People are getting taken.
You mean Wally?
Yeah, Wally. I don't know why I was thinking about Roy.
That's why I was confused as to your.
He is fast,
but his name's Kid Flash, and don't do it.
Could be Speed.
Yeah.
I'm taking a shortcut across the court parking lot now. Hasta pronto.
Taking a shortcut without using your. Oh well, now you're gonna have to. Minor inconvenience. I'm on fire. Oh, this is when he first got it.
Yeah.
Taken.
That's probably when Tetford died.
Oh, now we finally get to see what happens in the mind. Oh, never mind.
Providing translation.
The Scarab's memory files are corrupted. Only recoverable data is from the last 8 months. That is, since it fused with this host body.
Admit it. You just enjoyed playing with the meat.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no.
There's that too.
See? I was right!
But so you didn't see it though. You saw
I said that the figure looked like whenever he used his abilities, I was like, it looked like Blue Beetle, and you're like, it really, there's no comparison.
I thought you were talking about...
He looks like a...
The reach. These.
Now, in this lab, we study humans with active metagenes and how they respond to various levels of stress. The goal is to learn if their abilities can be extracted or duplicated.
I see. You seek to weaponize the metagene.
You never mentioned he was clever.
Alright.
Hey, what are you... We're here to help. Why should we trust... Okay, never mind.
One per pod. Move.
I haven't seen him outside of the uniform in a minute.
Yeah. Look at that. Actually, I don't know if we have seen him outside of the universe. It's Tim.
Oh, that's Tim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shorter hair. And smaller.
I couldn't really tell from the camera angle.
And you're blind, so forgot about that. Oh. So you guys, bad stuff.
The muscle tone, I missed it.
Good.
There it is.
There he is.
We go.
The others. Whoa, Ty. What's up with this fog?
Terrifying.
Not a dream I want to have.
Translating.
That's so helpful.
This
That's awesome.
human beetle is a disappointment.
Alright.
How can he be the Reach's advanced operative on Earth if his scarab refuses to function on mode?
Then reboot.
Yes, that may be necessary. Of course, we'd require a new host.
Finding another will not be difficult. Though removing the scarab from mold repair will kill this Jaime Reyes. Meat is plentiful here.
Oh boy. No, Plez, how about give me a moment. Give me a
We
chance.
can talk about this.
We're unsupervised now, but Blue's still unaccounted for, and escape could trigger response. Do we wait?
Negative, Alpha. Make your move before you need rescuing too. You too, Miss M. Get our boys.
The pressure of the water outside the ship compacted.
Thanks for the rescue. I'll find Blue.
Impulse! Which way? This way!
Hold your position, trooper.
One guess.
Batman.
You got it.
Oh, that's what I was like. Don't. Oh no. This is not the one.
It's fine. He can do that.
This is
It's
not
fine.
the one.
He's been trained. It's fine.
The link's down. I'm going in.
No. Oh. Oh.
But no one goes anywhere.
You're totally outnumbered! Open those doors now, and we'll go easy on you.
You will go easy on me.
Oh, that is not a good sign.
Oh boy, howdy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He didn't one-shot an ancient fused golem. It's fine. It's cool.
What do you mean? That wasn't him.
It could have been anybody.
It could have been. Obviously, it was Sports Minister.
From Bart's perspective, he's just jogging
Yeah.
around.
That's so cool. I love when they do that. I thought Fast Ego did that. Oh, can you imagine that speed?
God.
Oh.
Imagine it's like getting hit with a car moving full speed. She just got a rail. tell me she's erasing all these memories. Oh no, she's just going through his head, forcefully grabbing all the information. Now she's gonna be upset that they didn't trust her with that info.
McGann? McGann? Calther!
McGann, what have you done? I thought he had killed you. That he deserved.
I'll take mine, you take yours. Count yourself lucky, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Superboy.
Oh, God damn.
Man, those patches would come in handy right now. Not gonna lie. Oh. I don't know how much of a difference they would make, but...
Oh. He's not even... He's just like...
He's not even moving.
Hey, kid. Ow. He tried, though. Gotta give him props.
Oh, back to the future.
Huh?
On your feet, slave!
That's how it was. I mean, how it will be. Somehow the Reach gets you on mode and Blue Beetle becomes the biggest, baddest big bad in history.
Don't make me tell you again!
No, I wouldn't. I'd never. Except you do. And that's the real reason, well, the main reason I came back to the past.
Superboy's down! It's just Batgirl and me
Superboy's
now!
down, eh?
You've got to get in there!
What? How?
What do you mean, how? Density shift!
Right. I can do that. I can still do that.
She's rocked.
Yeah.
What did you do to her?
Shifted the density of the door. Wasn't quite prepared for that, was she? But don't be jealous. I can put you halfway through the door too. Halfway. The hard way.
Okay, her bones would be cracking by that point.
If she wasn't like Wonder Girl. But she isn't conscious. There's a lot.
Jaime Reyes, you do not function at full capacity. Suggested tactic, grant me total control of armor and all weaponry. Do it.
Hold up. Blue's keeping Black busy. Impulse, Beast Boy, and I will drag everyone else into the bioship's hold. Once we're in, you need to be at the helm, ready to make a fast exit.
Right. Execute.
Ugh.
No, can't let you win.
We can't help him if we drown or are crushed by the pressure at this depth.
Yeah.
But he is the future.
Hey, he's out. She has powers now. Well. There we go.
He's still trapped.
I was waiting for something.
Care to take the controls, Miss M?
Think she's still basking in the glow of victory. She totally nailed Alkalite. You should have seen it. Well, actually, it didn't look like much, but I'm sure it was very cool inside their heads.
For more on this, we go live to GBS's own G. Gordon Godfrey at the UN.
Thanks, Kat. And yes, folks, it seems Earth's finally met some aliens who know how to get it right.
The Reach comes to your world as friends. We come with open arms, extending our hands, our reach, if you will, to help.
So before we warn the public, they go public.
It could be worse. At least we know exactly where they are.
That's right. We know what we're up against.
So good to be back, I imagine. Reference, it has been a few weeks for us, for him, since I've seen the show. We finally met the competitor, or not the competitor, I'm sorry, who the partner is, which is the competitor. And they're called? I don't remember now. The Reach is what we'll say.
The Reach, the competitor, the compartment.
The federal agency.
Yes.
The FBI. Yeah, the Reach is who this partner is. And when I was saying, what were you talking about when you said I said that it wasn't? Why are you driving a car?
I don't know.
No. We were talking about you whenever he showed up, Black Beetle, which he has been dubbed now by Wonder Girl. Because I mean, they already called Blue Beetle, so someone's like, you Black Beetle, sure. But like whenever he showed up, you said that I said something. Because I'm trying to remember what you're talking about.
Future Ian.
Is this from last
Play
episode?
the clip.
Hold on.
Play the clip
Jacob,
from the 3 fused elementals.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
When
Sorry.
he shows up, he uses the little arm rocket just like Blue Beetle did. I was like, his technology was so much like Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's not. It's nothing. There's no.
Did anything stand out to you about like the attack as well? Like.
It looked like it was very similar to Blue's attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like it was a part of the guy's arm.
Yeah.
The same type of like
cannon looking
thing?
Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said that it looks like he's like, yeah, it kind of does look like it. So, but we haven't really seen anything else use it.
Play the clip, Ian.
I will. So yeah, Black Beetle or this whatever they call him, their character, their dude, their champion, if you will. He's a big beefy boy.
And scary thing is, he's not nearly as beefy as Blue Beetle is in the future.
Well, it is what it is.
Like that dude was.
He was chonky.
Oh.
He had that chin that could beat a rhino up.
Yeah, he was not messing around.
He worked out his chin somehow.
He
was like
growth.
He became the Crimson Chin. But I don't know. Maybe that guy will get bigger. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't know. We don't know their physiology. Maybe it's from the physiology. Who knows? But yes. Regardless, though, he was big and he took out the whole team.
All the times taking beatings from his stepdad paid off.
Oh wait, no, didn't have a stepdad. You're thinking it wasn't a stepdad either.
I'm not thinking of anybody. Blue Beetle had had a father figure in the home.
No, that wasn't his home. Remember, that was Ty's mom, who has a boyfriend. A small kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Caveat.
No, not caveat.
Deviation.
Change, whatever. Small changes now. Shimmer, who we kind of saw a little bit from before, she has powers. So that's like the kind of showing us what they're kind of working on. A lot. They just explained it. They're looking, trying to
weaponize.
Yeah, they're what's the word? Jesus Christ! They're trying to examine. I think. Yeah, they're trying to figure out the basis of the metagenes, like those that have metagenes already active. How their body is affected, and like if there's a way they can extract it, put it on somebody else, and it seems like if they can just find who those that could potentially have metagenes, and it seems like Shimmer, it was like whatever kind of experiments they did, it affected her, and it like drew out the metagene, I guess, or activated it upon like the pain or whatever they put her through, and she got abilities. So because whenever she had her hand against the wall, it just melted through, and she's like, what? And then started flooding, which was a win for us because then Blue Beetle was able to escape. I don't know how that would have worked because I think they didn't close the door off. They sealed it off from the ship, right?
Yeah, no, Blue Beetle could have gotten out, but it would definitely be hard.
Yeah, because the problem is he'd have to
He'd have to find time to touch the wall himself without getting beaten.
Yeah, because that dude's fast. And then freaking, when he had both his limbs, then he grew extra limbs, like, just beating his freaking sides. God dang. And what was crazy is that, because of the fact that Jaime was, like, super weak, he's like, the Scarab's like, yeah, you're not at full capacity. You need to give me full control over the armor and the weaponry. And he's like, all right, here, you got it. And we saw it kind of like definitely tapped into something a little bit more if he's not holding back. When Scarab's always just like, yes, you should have killed him. You should have eviscerated him.
Yeah.
And Scarab's like, finally, evisceration. But he was going against another Scarab.
So Blue Beetle can actually be like
pretty strong,
considering Superboy and Wonder Girl were both attacking this guy and hardly doing much, to be honest.
Yeah, well, again, this guy, it was also still kind of difficult for Blue Beetle, and I think part of it has to do, a good part of it has to do with the fact that it's still using host, so it's like it's a young human body, so just like imagine
versus whatever that thing is.
Yeah, well, probably another Reach member, whatever they're actually called. I don't know if their species is called the Reach, but.
Yeah, but all those Reach members are small and dainty. That guy was.
Well, they were also dressed different. Like that lady was like a scientist, so maybe they're like.
That guy was 6'8".
Yeah, I mean,
7'2".
It could just be like they just have different people. Like, she's a scientist, he's a jock, kind of a thing, Like that might have just been what that, or like a better term would be soldier. He's a soldier kind of a guy instead, so he's not like, as you said, dainty and smaller. Because the other guy was also kind of small too. He was like their representative, if you like. I think ambassador is what they called him. So yeah, we finally got an actual look because we've kind of got glimpses of them, and then we saw like a small their face, but for a moment when they were not last episode or last episode we were looking for Lagan. Yeah. So we got a little bit of that, but it was only her. And what's really cool is, we kind of, like I said, we don't really know everything that the Scarab can do, but a really helpful thing is that even though the pod that they were in cut off all the combative abilities of the suit, which makes sense considering they know how the suit works.
Yeah.
But the translator, they didn't feel a need to shut that off. So he was it's able to translate languages, and so that's really helpful.
Yeah.
And for us, because now we don't have to what the heck is going on. And they know English, though, because they were talking to Calder.
I don't know why they wouldn't turn it off, though.
Well, again, they probably didn't see any, what's he going to do in that pod? He can't do anything. They see them as, they keep calling them, they just keep calling them meat. They see them as less than. There's no way that they can break out. And they haven't been able to. Until they, an outward source.
Until they grab metagene people.
Well, until they grab people from the team, and then it's we got to stop that. So people came in to break them out.
Yeah, other metagene people came to save the metagene.
Yeah, because I don't know if people like McGann, she's an alien. I don't know if it's a metagene, if it's natural ability kind of a thing. Technically, metagenes, I guess, are kind of are a natural ability, but just.
Well, not necessarily, because she referenced the metagene when talking about Lagan, and Lagan's just an Atlantean. And Calder brought that up, and she was like, well, no, his abilities, though he is Atlantean, like a normal Atlantean, he still gets his abilities from an outside source, talking about the magic and stuff that he
Right. They were talking about how, the Scarab files are corrupt, and that they were needing to reboot it, and that in rebooting it would kill Jaime. So, obviously, if they get a chance to, because they're still out there. What'd you write down?
Nothing.
Jesus, Jacob. Oh my God.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Jacob. Anime is real. Anime is reality. Oh Lord. Anyway, but yeah, they're still out there, so they seemed really intent, obviously, because it seems like whatever it is, it's of theirs. So it's interesting because they were talking about, we were talking about episodes, or they were talking about episodes ago, that they say they had assumed Ted Cord had rented it.
Oh.
And so it had come into his possession. You don't really know how. But yeah, apparently it's of theirs, and they're obviously wanting to, cause it's like something that would help them with whatever they're trying to do here. As we saw in the future, they're trying to for some reason take control and weaponize machines and all that stuff. So it's a bit worrisome. If they are able to catch it, reboot it, is it? I wonder if it's Jaime that's in the suit. I wonder when in the future.
Well, it's very possible that it could not be, but at the same note, I don't know how many scarabs they have like that.
Right.
So
well, they would assumedly they would.
If they had multiple, and then they had someone who had a metagene, it could create a super soldier like that. Because if Superboy had the capabilities of
or even McGann,
like an external suit like that, or any of the superpowered people, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
Like Batman, a Batman and Iron Man fused together.
Yeah, pretty much. Except it's adaptable for the most part.
Yeah,
it's kind of like whenever Tony makes it with the nanotech and stuff.
Never saw it.
Jeez, you didn't see Infinity War?
Oh, I did.
Well, whenever that.
That nanotech. Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Anyway, because I think he even made a blade with his arm at one point.
Really cool.
Which he got stabbed with.
Really great. I don't remember.
So
do it. It's Alex Jones. Jacob. Look it up, Futurian.
Oh my God.
Alex Jones, Anime Israel.
So what I was gonna say is if they have multiple, why don't they just use that and instead of worrying about the one that's on Jaime as well? I'm they seem to have a limited source of it. I'm assuming these are maybe the highest of their technology, and they only have a few maybe to use.
Well, it could also be that one's just one of a kind.
It's possible.
The one that's on the other guy could be just a weaker version that doesn't fully take control of the body or something. Because that guy didn't seem like he had good intentions, so he probably didn't care about losing his senses or anything like that. It seemed like he was fully in control of himself the entire time. Whereas Blue Beetle, it actually visibly looked like his eyes went white, he went full combat mode, and it really wasn't him, Jaime, anymore.
Yeah.
It was just the suit. Whereas the other guy, it was fully he was in control the entire time, and he was still changing and everything like that.
Well,
so maybe this one is they don't even have to have a conscious; they could just be.
Maybe. Another thing that's pretty big. So McGann ran into Calder.
So I was the worst. I was literally thinking in my head moments before. I was worst case scenario is Calder somehow walks in front of the team, because then he has to play the part of fighting.
Yep.
But then he walks in front of the
You didn't think about that one, did you, brother?
No. Who would completely comatose him.
Yeah, and oh my God. So good and bad thing of that. One, obviously bad thing is Calder's been made comatose. That's unfortunate. Good thing, McGann knows he's not evil, and that Artemis is alive. So, there's that.
Yeah.
But she now has that whole thing of I just comatose a friend of mine, and the thing was kind of a realization for her as well, on more than just that. When she's I thought he killed you, I thought he deserved, and then she stopped. She's now looking at everything she has done, that Connor and her have been arguing about.
Stupid ability is bad of ripping information from people like that.
It's not a stupid ability; it's a dangerous ability that.
Stupid.
No, it's
dumb.
It's a dangerous thing to have. It's something that is obviously on my nose is
listen
frowned upon.
Yeah, considering Jean does it the right way.
Right, she's also a little bit stronger than him. But she was using that to her advantage. Obviously, it's not great, and it's been, Connor and her had argued about it, obviously, for a bit, and she's finally, come to grips with, wow, this is terrible. This is what I'm doing. She kind of, obviously, when you're doing it to somebody that you don't have a tie with, or, you connect them with evil, you don't really have that much of a sympathetic string to that. But like with Calder, she sees it and she realizes finally like what she's doing, like the pain that she's putting him through, and anybody that she's put through that process, and how barbaric and kind of borderline sadistic, yeah, inhumane that is.
Even though they're not humans, but
whatever. Inhumane.
The term still applies.
Yeah. So, and yeah, she was rocked by that real bad. She just shutting down super hard. She's like, how am I supposed to, how? And he's like, go through. And he's like, how? And he's like, go intangible or, density shift. He's like, oh yeah. I can do that. I can still do that. That's a part of my abilities.
She couldn't.
Well, she could, but then he's like, I'll do it too. All of a sudden just...
Bro, after that happened, if I was in that moment and that happened to me after everything that I was going through, I would just like, even if I was awake, I would just lay there. I'm done.
I was like, I'm done.
Y'all can carry me out. I'll die here. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, but she's good. She's already, we can kind of see that it's kind of almost a looking back at the episode 16/17 where she's coming, she's scared of using her powers. Mm-hmm. Like, see, she gets a much fuller force because that's something she intentionally was doing before. Beforehand, it was an accident, but now she's like, for however long it's been going on, she's intentionally doing it. So, this season is, I'm not gonna say more stressful. Because it's not.
No, I'm going to say more stressful. This is more stressful.
Guys, that's this week's episode of Young Justice. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around, subscribe. Patreon for early access. See you guys next week.